white. Maybe he's splashing for the new Swords to Plowshares, right? Something like that. Oh no, I remember why. He's running discard. He's running the domain discard card in his deck. Kind of random. But it's something that counterspells are good against, so. Alright, so that kind of sucked. He got a Siege Gang commander out, so I had to kill his main guy with my Punishing Fire. Alright, so I draw land, so that's good. So here I can get rid of his land, so I want to get rid of his swamp. And might as well get rid of his plains too, right? So now I have him on just mountains, so I can take a hit for 3. Give up that turn, so that's fine. So basically I have him totally mana hosed, you know, except for red, just solitaire red cards. So here I drop my own Siege Gang. It's a pretty good answer to his Siege Gang. One of the mistakes I've been making while playing this deck is not putting my lands down and searching them out early. I really want to get up to 7 mana as quickly as possible, in case I draw Sphinx. Sometimes I draw it and I could have had 7 mana and I didn't. Or Mind Control, keeping mana up for negate. So I always want to do that. Here I just attack with everything, let him kill my dudes. Leave my Siege Gang on the table. He still can't do anything. If he drops any creature, I can take it. Still doing nothing, so that's good. Here I search out the 2 lands. Here, at that point I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just left them. You know, for activations of other abilities. Except I boarded out my Geopedes, so I don't need them for that. And I may have boarded out my Scope, so, well, maybe it is the right move. If I get my Jwar out, but, you know, I only have one of those. So. Okay, so he just concedes there. I mean, I've got total control. I don't see him coming out of that. See if we can find the... Okay. So let's go to game 3. So he's on the play. So he keeps his opening hand, I keep mine. I've got 4 lands, any color combination I need, a bolt for anything early, and then 2 big fatties. So it's a pretty slow hand. I just have to hope to draw something reasonable. No early disruption against his lands, so that sucks. Okay, another 5 drop, so it's not great, but we'll see what he does. Alright, he doesn't seem to have a very good draw. So he's just sticking his fetch lands down, which is fine. He's playing around my Spreading Seas, which I don't have in hand. You know, it's always nice. Okay. You know, giving me time to put my bombs out. So he's still not doing anything. So that's probably a pretty bad draw for him. Maybe he has a bunch of bituminous blasts and whatnot in hand. Okay, I'll just drop my Siege Gang. It's fine. You know, my Sphinx might as well wait and kick it and just drops Jwar Isle next turn. And then kick Sphinx the turn after. Okay, so always a good trade. Siege Gang Commander for a card, and I get to keep 3 tokens. Okay, so now he Blightnings me, so that kind of sucks. I get rid of the Terramorphic and the Punishing Fire, so I don't think I need either of them. But I want my land. Yeah. But if I draw another land, I don't want to have kept that. So. Yeah, Jwar is going to be pretty bad for him now. So And I have a land on top. Not the land I want, but... Okay. So this is one of the reasons he's playing 4 colors, I guess, is so he can sideboard in Voices of the Void. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Maybe it's good for the Naya decks and such, those matchups. Maybe the mono black matchups. Anyway. Cruel Ultimatum if they can't counter it. Alright, now I have double negative and my Jar, so that's pretty much game. I mean, it was good. I mean, he made me discard 3 money cards, but I have so much pressure on the board, it's going to be hard. So I would have liked to have that double negative in hand, obviously. But now I can see that I have mind control on top, so that's pretty good. Obviously not going to use the Terramorphic. Alright, so that would have made things more difficult for me, so I'll go ahead and stop that. Okay, Swerve's always good. So this is pretty good. I get to take his Broodmate and then beat on him with all my guys, because if he blocks one of these guys, he dies. So he has to block Jar and lose his token. So even if he pulses next turn, he's totally screwed. Yep, and he had the pulse, but it's not going to be enough. So now I have the Swerve, which should be pretty much stop anything. Unless he has another Broodmate. Guess that would be pretty annoying. But even then I would just swing in for the win, right? And that's it. So that's the end of that match, and so I get a pack out of that. And so that's pretty good. The deck seems pretty clunky, but it tends to play out alright.